Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my name is Jacemachine. I am fueled by coffee and driven by insanity, and today we are investigating this mysterious and unique hedge maze that has appeared mysteriously in this sector of our amusement park in space. What it is literally a hedge maze. We're going to go check it out. But the way that it has been constructed with the glass around there takes advantage of the current, let's just say, game features where you can't see some items through the glass very clearly, like hedges and foliage and things like that. So I've placed a few features in there that you can see through, but as you are looking through it, entire chunks vanish. So I think this gives it a very magical sort of quality to it. Very sort of classic Star Trek, if you will. And I made it like a little floating island chunk because I thought that was neat. We have the entrance over here. We have the exit over there. You're welcome to enter either way, but I suppose that if you go in the entrance, that would be the correct way. Again, we are doing public docking and public gravity. This one you will want to be located in gravity for. I have set up these little light fixtures, which I think are actually really sweet. I like them. I like them a lot. And we're using these, the rails as, I don't know, more decorative railing, but I don't want anyone falling off. So we're just going to say that maybe a previous group of explorers came here and maybe erected this, and they walked in and they were never seen again. So let's go take a look inside and see what we can do. You can go and cheat with the build blocks. I'm probably going to remove those for the finished product, of course. There is a faction module. That faction module, for when this is ported into a world, of course, will be set up. It's located over in this rear antenna, just for you admins out there. Of course, this thing would be set up to a neutral faction, but it would be protected as some sort of home base. That way no one can dig through it. And it would get protected from random space pirates unless you're setting up this sector to be peaceful. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's go inside. And immediately you can see that our point of view has changed. And what I've done is I've used Noct circuit. It's that fluorescent glow-in-the-dark stuff. And this is blue glass here, or blue crystal. But I put that down there. I made sure, since you can see through it, I wanted a really interesting, like, sand, you know, to be there, so it looks like this glass has been set down into it, but that's where the Noct is hidden. And I figured if you're gonna do something nice and maybe mysterious and ancient, you're gonna put some stone there. So there you go. This is our maze. The entire outer wall is, of course, made up of this blue glass. And I can make it through, but I'm not going to really bother with that right now because I don't want to spoil that for you guys. We are going to wander a little bit through here just to see what sort of trouble we can get into. Now, this thing could be used as a group sort of map where people are wandering around inside. I don't know, it seems like it could be a fun idea. But what do I know? I'm old. I don't know what fun is. So we're back here. Let's try a different pathway. Go down this way. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun building this thing. I wanted it to have wide hallways. That's why it's they're too wide in most cases. And as you're going through the maze, you can see things like stone boulders and things on the other sides. And you can see the exit when you're getting close to it. These boulders you can climb up on top of, and then you can sort of peek around and try to get an idea of where you might be at. Is that the exit? Is that the entrance? I don't know. You'll have to find out. Oh, we found the back corner. I try to give interesting locations, you know, a little something different to differentiate. Sorry. I try to give these corner locations something different so that in your head, as you're exploring this place, it helps set them apart from other places. But for the most part, everything looks the same. Alright, and this is, of course, the exit. Easily accomplished. I don't know, I thought this was fun. I've been trying to think of a lot of different amusement park style ideas for my space park concept. And so this is our mysterious alien hedge maze. Mwahaha. Everything is going to end up being set up with transporters, and I haven't actually added any to this quite yet, but now is as a good time as any. So let's see. We got the transporter blocks already. We do. Transporter control. Now the idea is that we're setting up this thing to be like an encampment, right? Like a little explorative encampment. So we're gonna want to throw down some, maybe like a little structure, like they camped out for the night. I don't know. Why would their ship not be here? Who knows, Jace? Who knows? We're going to clear out this area here. I'm going to put just a very simple and boring... In fact, making it more simple and more boring would be better if we use the proper type of cloth. Words, Jace. The texture of this is more similar to a canvas than our blue hull blocks right here. And what we're doing is making a very poor representation of a tent. I don't know, maybe it's not that bad. I'm not too impressed with it. Let's do one last thing and we'll make it cool. Yeah, let's do it like this. I think you guys might like what I have in mind here. We need a pipe. Why, yes we do. Pipe. And let's put a T1 here. A T1. It would help if I hit the right direction. Did I miss it? I did not. There we go. And then we're going to do the same over here. Save time. And mirror image this action. Move that bush without removing this. And set up ourselves some legs. In fact... Is this even? It is. More mirror imaging saves us time on the back end. Work smarter, not harder. Okay. That is a really poor shelter. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it a lot less poor, a little bit more interesting through the use of slabs. A little more. Yeah, you see that? I like it. Now that could be like some sort of like sleeping area. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to put down like a sleeping bag. Green standard armor or something brown. Some brown. Maybe they have a tarp down. That seems to make sense. It would make sense to me, right? And then maybe a bed on top of that. Just undo this because we don't need either. And maybe like that and like that. Now, some people make these 3 long beds, and I'm not really a fan of those normally. Just putting that out there. But, I mean, it's all a matter of opinion and preference, of course. I'm going to go along with that today, though, because this is a sleeping bag. But I don't think I'm going to do white. I think I'm going to do something like yellow. Yellow? The reason is that's, like, you know, sports camping stuff is bright. So that it can be found in case of trouble. So there you go. That's a little camp, a little tent for you, a little tent action. We could remove the inside pole and place down right here. Hold on a second. Get that and that. That is not what I wanted to do, because that's not the right direction. Let's just undo that with a click of the mouse. That white light bar is what we want. There we go. That way it looks like it's sort of hooked up to the roof. Gives light for the interior. I don't like this. This looks like little Billy pissed the bed. Billy, you're not allowed near the camping equipment anymore. And we're not going to do it brown, because then it looks like he crapped it. So we're just going to go white. Old classic. You see now? I don't know that I like it 3 wide, but you know what? I don't care. Damn it. All right. Because it's a sleeping bag, you should be able to sneak down and get under the covers completely in case of a wild bear. All right. So we have that. We're going to set up a couple of boxes real quick, and I like doing these boxes like these people set up next to their camp area. So we're gonna do them like this. What am I doing? We're gonna make them too tall. Not that they are too tall. I think they're just right. Baby, I think you are just right. Alright. We're gonna just drop this down. Like that. Now, do I want part of it open to make it look like it's been opened? See, I kind of like that idea. In fact, I like that idea so much, I'm thinking that maybe I'm just gonna leave it alone. We could put this here and make it look like it's part of it's taken off. Gives that impression, right? What do you think? I think you're crazy. Alright, cool. We'll just leave it like that. I don't want to mess with it. We've used blue, we've used red. I'm not really messing with it anymore from there. I think we're good. Do we want a little table? A little works table? These people were like, we're gonna go down to this planet and check something out. Something we ought not mess with. Alright, we've already used a lot of the grill work in this design. I don't want to use it anymore because that would then take away from the way that I've used it as fence. If we're coming down from a spaceship, what color would our table be? Orange? That could be the case. Orange. A little work area. A little work stand. Look at that. That's a classic style work stand. We're not going to do that. We're going to do something like this. And like that. And then we're going to actually put down a cabinet. A medical cabinet here. Because we want people to be healthy. We love you, everyone. We want everyone to be healthy. Alright, we're going to put down one of these as well in front of it. Kind of like here. I like that. Gives it a little work terminal area. Alright, cool. Does absolutely nothing, and I think that's awesome. And with that being said, we're going to need to replace this build block with another build block. Right there. Let's jump out. Jump out and jump in. Let me begin. I'm going to also need to replace this. And should that be stone, you say? Yes, I agree. It should be. It should be stone. Yeah, keep that, right? Okay. So maybe these guys had a little transportation set up over on the back end here. That seems like it would make sense, right? In fact, no, we're going to do it up front. Remember, this is a work area, right? So we're going to set this terminal up right here. Can we set it up in a weird, unusual way? An interesting fashion, perhaps? That's an interesting fashion. It made everything vanish. We're going to set it... We're going to set it up right here, facing out. We want things to be clear. And then we're going to also put this module right there. We have gravity nearby. We have gravity on the inside. Let's get that gravity on the outside, because it would make more sense just in general. Going into this thing, we want to have gravity. I guess we'll just replace that block now, right? Great. So you transport in, and now you can get into gravity. That's the idea. We have gravity on the back end. We have it on the inside. Again, not necessarily the best idea. I'm going to get that changed. And say we'll put it just like the match. Right there. Cool. There you go.